I think from here, guys have to start log4j2.xml. Okay, you can start writing it. And today's topic is very important, guys. Okay. So today we are going to see how we can do logging by log4to-j. So if you are in front of the laptop, try everything parallelly with me so that it will be really, really, you can easily understand, okay? And let me know when you're done. Done? Sudan, Sudan, not all right. Right, right till this end. Okay, we'll write till this end, and then we'll start our class. Okay, go. So it's very very important. Guys. Okay. So let me know when you're done till the main part. Right. Right till the end of the program and also hello logging. Okay. Done. So only till this part you write. So double close bracket. That's it. Now we'll see exactly what is happening. Done, guys. Right. Let me stop the share. So now let me share my Eclipse screen. So guys, I have all the concentration here. Okay. The first thing what we'll do, we'll add the log 4j. Basically, we have two dependencies, logging.log4j for log core and log API. Okay. So this dependency I'll add in the chat so that you can copy it. This is the basically which we are adding dependency. Now, you might be wondering what exactly is logging, why it is essential, etc. For that, let us go a little back and understand. Give a circle, any example. Okay, let me just run simple Java, something like that. Okay. Now, if you remember, here we were trying to take inheritance concept and we were running one of the class. Let's say if I want to run as Java application. So basically, let me run a simple class. So simple class, let us go to console. Simple class, nothing is there to run. Maybe I'll run Karthik class, which extends Nayana. Let me go here, let me run Karthik. That's all. So if I'm running Karthik class, so I'm getting a system.out.println play. So let's say I ran this. Now let me run a different class called Nayana class. Now we got an output compared to previous output, which was Shisha, Bangalore, something like that. We have added an output. But what did we have the history here? What we ran in the logs. So as soon as you run again, the logs are deleted here. These are called console logs. Logs are nothing but here. This is called logs. Logging, or you guys understand logs, right? What exactly? These exactly are the logs. It's in console. You don't understand logging log. Okay. What do you mean by logs, right? Basically, whatever the output you're getting or whatever the action you're performing, if the action has some meaning to it, let's say I'm running this particular and a Java class, and I'm also giving system.out.println. What exactly I'm telling? That print this as an output from a system. Here, basically, give a output as Bangalore, but in a console. So this becomes a log entry. So whatever you have done. Now, I have run Karthik class and also I have run Diana class. So when I did run Karthik class, play chess came an output. Now here, these are two things we added. Shisha, Bangalore something, it came in output, but they didn't maintain the history, what we ran, when we ran. It didn't maintain, right? We're just getting the logs. Guys, getting the point.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, this one we just ran. Maybe the time is 9:55. Okay. Now let me run maybe Karthik class, right? So place chess 9:55, 9:56. So did we get what we ran in 9:55? No, right? So for that, we need some class for our framework, for our Java automation framework to maintain the login history, to maintain when we ran, what we ran, and also the system.out.println is specifically used as a console logs. So when we are going for a framework, the system.out.println is not encouraged. So we need logging, we need reporting, but we will not type into console. Okay, we'll see one example. The first step, what we have to follow is this pom.xml. Add this dependency, the first thing. Okay, second thing. So if you remember when we added this Maven framework, we had like test resources, test Java, main resources, main Java. So in the main Java, we have created a utility class where we have added like use util files. Basically, we added a simple file to read our files. It can be TXT file or CSV files. Okay, and also we saw Rajesh Flipkart credentials yesterday, and also we have added username and password. So utility yesterday we saw are basically those classes where we regularly use, right? So now we'll use a simple resource file and we'll create this log42.xml. So this is the second step. First step is what, guys? First step is adding a dependency. Second step, remove everything, is adding a XML file. Why? So XML file will give you how the log should look like, how the pattern should look like, what exactly when you give console, the print output should print in a console. When you want to print in a pattern layout, so this pattern should be followed. What exactly is this? I'll tell you in a second. Till this point, any doubts? What is the first step? What is the second step?
No doubt, sir.
No doubts? Okay. Good. So let me explain this file. So concentrate on 12th name. It says file name is logs app.log. This is the first thing you have to see. So this is industry standard. I'll give you this also. So log.xml will might change. This is a standard log for j2.xml file. Okay. This also I'll add it here. So I'll just put log for j2.xml. You can copy this. You can use. You can use the same file. What exactly are the attributes? Let me explain. First, you have to see. Let me go a little up. You have to see this file name. And it's a rolling file. What exactly is the rolling file? I'll tell you. So if you remember, if you see, okay, let me stop the share since I'm explaining it. I'll explain the theory part. Okay, stop sharing. I'll share it here. So if you remember, yesterday we saw this file, XML file. Go a little back. Okay, now I'll exactly show you what I was trying to do. Okay, let me go back, pattern layout, running policies, loggers, information. Meet. Ah, this is the thing which I was telling about. So theory part, you just understand. When we see practical, you understand. Okay. Rolling file will be log slash app.log. File pattern will be year, month, date.log. Okay. Now, where this file will be created? If I go here, if you see the folder structure, as soon as you run the test, the logs folder will be created with the app.log file. It will be auto-generated. I'll show you how it is auto-generated in a while. And it also maintains the history. Let's say you ran the next day, yesterday. What and all you ran, it will be already renamed. So maybe day before yesterday you also ran. What and all you ran, it will be renamed. What and all you ran next day. So this will actually maintain the log history. So this will be today's log. This will be a day before. This will be a yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay. This is the log structure. The first thing we are seeing. Now, if I go to the back, we go a little back here. That's the first rolling file which we saw. And the format what we are giving is this. And I'll not bore you guys. These are all essential. What exactly is appender, what exactly is the pattern layout, etc. etc. We'll see in a second. If you're really interested, I think I have added the complete theory part, what exactly is appender, what is file appender, what is the pattern layout, all the percentages which we use, what exactly are those I have added. But for you to understand is the log file. Okay, that is very, very, very important. So this is the file you have to see. Okay, now let me stop the share. Let us go back to. So let us go back to the laptop screen. Now let us see the first file. Okay. Okay, I didn't share the screen yet, right? Tell me what is the first step we are following here? What is the first step in log4j? First step,
Form.xml.
form.xml, add the dependencies. Second step,
Log photo.j dot that XML file we have to update.
so log4j2.xml file, we have to write it in source main.resources file. When you say it's a resource file, it's very, very important. Now, these two are done. Now let us see our Java file where we are. Let me create a simple package. Let me write as a package as one
Sir,
second.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, sure, go on.
So, like whenever we want to create this log for that one, we have to create in source dot main resources. If we want to
Hmm.
create utility means we should go for main Java.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah. So utility is like what? Source is your source directory. So main Java will be something that they are always used, or the main files. Okay. And main resources are always used. So this log4j2.xml, whenever you're using logging, it will be there for the entire test of your test. The logs will be added. I'll show you how will you add based on that. And test.java where your all the test scripts will be added. So this is a pattern we follow. So framework is nothing but set of rules, right? Okay. You create your own rules, make sure it's working well, and make sure it is very, very robust. That's it. Any more doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let me create a simple. I'm just differentiating the com dot logs, but the logging will already be done all the time. So it doesn't matter. The logs can be added anywhere in the program. Okay, just let me write a simple program for you to understand. Okay, so let me write a first program to understand what exactly how the logging looks like. So it's a logging demo. Let me write a main class. Slowly by slowly, you understand again. First is XML dependencies, second is the XML file, third is a class. So this is simple demo class, guys. Nothing fancy, just to understand what and all logs will be there, etc. etc. So first thing we'll write is a what and all we can import. Here, let me write it here, private and static. Just follow me, guys. Follow me, guys. Don't worry much about it. Okay. Logger, log. Now, this logger will definitely have an issue. So just let me hover it. Let me just write java.util.login. But we are just interested here. This one dot logger and the log manager. So log manager dot get logger get logger of this class dot class. Okay, so these are two main things which you are importing. Again, if you want to say this, go to Maven dependencies. You'll definitely see log4j API file and log4j core file, which we added from the dependencies. Okay, now don't don't think much. So we just created a simple variable log from where a log manager. What is a log manager? It's a class. And this log manager class has a get logger method. Method takes a final class, which is a class. Class is just a fancy word telling which class you want to put. Now, for this demo class, we need logs. What exactly is the class? Is the class logging demo. Now, if I just put log dot, we'll get n number of things. Okay, see, log dot. I'll just write trace. Trace. This is one type of log. See, many things are there, but we're not adding n number of arguments. We'll just write for the first type. This is trace. All the different logging, guys. I'll just put log dot debug. If you're debugging, we'll just write all the scenarios. This is okay. Let me copy paste this. Instead of trace, we'll write debug. So all these are the methods which are present in the logs. For example, if you want to give info, it's an info. Maybe we'll write application has started. Okay. Maybe test execution has started. Test has started. Maybe I'll write log.error. If I want to put error, I'll just write uh, error detected, something like that. Okay. You following me, guys? What exactly till this point? Did I lost you guys? Hello. How are you planning? Okay.
Okay,
Let
sir.
me run this. You'll understand. Okay. Let me run this first. If I run this Java file, you'll see the you'll see a different view. Now, see the console log here. Info error which we added have been put up. Debug and trace is not added yet. Forget about that. So you can see the logs test has started, error has detected, and also the time here. This is what we have added. See, DDMMYY. If you go here, log4j, this is how it should be. And you should have a tab, and we should maintain the entire message. What is the info, the logger, and com.log login demo is the class which you have maintained. Now, and also see, just you refresh this. As we saw, there should always also be a folder created, logs. Open that, app.log. Open this. It should have been added. Now, one more thing. See, I'll run once again. Okay. Let me run this trace or execute test. Something has started already. Okay. Now, let me run this. Run as the application. See, something has started and also the date. If I just go to the app log, 10:11, you put something has started as an info. 10:10, you have put info that has started. You're getting the point here. What are the logs? What and all we are doing in the program? Everything is recorded as a app.log as a history. Understand, guys? Okay. Tell me what doubts you have till now. Very, very easy topic. Very, very interesting topic. Tell me the doubts, guys. Come on, shoot.
Sir, log will added in log folder only
Okay.
whatever the things we written inside this class itself. Other than class, whatever we run, that will not added into inside this log.
So anywhere you log, for example, okay. See here we have added login.demo. No, nice. We'll just copy this. Okay. Let us take a simple program, calci program, calculator.java. Let me open this. I'll just import this here. Okay. Now, let me add a logger also here. This is what I want. I want questions, guys. Just not blindly following me. Now, can I, instead of system.out.println, can I just write, okay, log.info, log should be this, and also log.info. Okay, let me run this, run as Java application. See, we got this, and see this one also in the app.log. Did we not get these values also? So all these are maintained. So this one we ran as some other program. This one we got addition as 90. So we'll keep like this. Okay, we'll write addition, and this is what multiplication. Now, if I run this, run as Java program. Okay, see, I have to put calculator class, not login demo class. Okay, let me put this. Let me run this. Run as the application. See which class it executes, it's come, and what is the output also it came, right? Okay, let me add some more proper information. See, 3 or 4 times executed. Okay, for getting a right proper answer, I'll execute one more time. Now, one more time we got executed, I got the answer. Now, you see the beauty. App.log has maintained all the history, what and all we have executed. So imagine in your test case, you ran the test case today. Are you guys familiar with system testing, integration testing, functional testing, or still you have doubts on it? Guys familiar with that? Okay. So if you're familiar with that, let's say you have a system test. Let's say you have an application which is very huge. So tonight, let's say today is what, Friday, forget Friday. So Monday night you ran. Okay. So you have an access to make sure your laptop is open the entire night. So Tuesday morning you come. Sometimes what will happen, you will run like 1,000 tests, or one or the other step might fail. So let's say in one of the test case, now here you test case you see only 4 steps are there, right? Simple test case. In the test case, maybe when you go into the company, one test case might be like 1,000 steps. Maybe 988 step got failed. You will get to know this step got failed. Sometimes the issue might be in 876th line. Don't you think if the app log history is maintained and the time if you is maintained properly, you'll understand, right, what exactly, which step, what happened? Yes or no? You got the point, right? Now, good. People are getting it. Nice. Greater than thumbs up, guys. Please do speak up. I love to hear your voice. Okay. And camera is, of course, is not there. Better we can. The second alternative is like for you guys to respond. Now, you imagine, is this not better than system.out.println in one way? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
See, in system.out.println, instead of that, if I just put log.info, isn't it beautiful? So see, here I have ran 3 times to make sure my answer is correct. I ran 10:14, 32 milliseconds till 10:15 to get through this point. I wanted like this addition multiplication. First I ran, I got a wrong UI, I got different type, I got 100, 900, but fourth attempt, I got it properly. Isn't it good to understand login? Logs. So these are called logs, guys. Logs should always have a date and time and also what exactly you are running. So if you go, this is called console logs. See, there are two types of logs here. This is logs put in the log file. This is called console logs. Okay. Now, this also we have defined in log4.2j, where now you go here, console log pattern system.out.println. Since we gave this, console logs are coming. If you wouldn't have given this, console log wouldn't have come. Okay. And root level is info, loggers. Slowly but slowly we understand. Rolling file is nothing but tomorrow when I ran, this app.log will have a alternative, and the file, this file will be renamed like this. Okay, let me stop the show. I'll show you how the file will be renamed. Just a second. Now, let me share the file and show you how the file will be renamed. Can you see my screen? See, you saw the logs file and you saw app.log. So when you run a test case tomorrow, the same file will be renamed like this. And whatever you're running tomorrow will be this app.log. App.log is a file which is running executions today. So tomorrow, what will be today's date? 20th. So tomorrow, what will be the yesterday's date? 19th, right? You're getting the point. That's why it is current logs. That's why it is previous day logs. You getting, guys?
Yes, sir.
Getting, okay. So let's say Dharni joined a company which needed 2 days execution of test scripts. So she executed, and 2 days continuously it happened. On the struck of the midnight, she'll open the logs file and she'll see like this logs. App.log will be current day, maybe Monday's file. This will be Sunday's file, and this will be Saturday's file. So she ran on Friday night. Monday morning, she came and saw all these files are generated. Don't you think it's easier for Dharni to check everything, what exactly happened, how many test case passed, what was each and every step? Don't you think it simplifies our life in testing?
Yes.
You guys getting the gist?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, doubt? Some doubt
So,
somebody was
in
asking.
this thing,
Yeah.
like only last 2 days, file will be saved or how it works, sir?
Yeah. So these files, it will take the date time, right? Date and time. So as soon as like date changes, right? Let's say this 16th 12th, maybe today is 19th, right? So we have 2 hours to go to 2012. So as soon as the date changes, so what will execution will happen? It will be triggered in this file. This file will be created alternatively. And what are all the logs executed on 19th will be in this file. Will be in this file. Okay. So today will be after the midnight in this file. So yesterday what and all happened will be in this file. Automatically it will create. So tomorrow when I run, or maybe on Monday if I run, I'll try to run Saturday something or Sunday something I'll run. When I come on Monday, again we have another topic, right? I'll show you other files, how they are generated. You try it out. It's very fun to work. Okay, now the Java is becoming a little bit complex, but more interesting. So previously we used to see classes, collections, etc. Reading Excel file, reading a JSON file. Before that, loops, while loop, for loop, arrays, and all. Now we are progressing towards a framework like Selenium testing and all. You guys are getting the gist of it. Just follow me. Don't make your life complicated. Understand it. What was the first step? What was the second step? What is the third step? Everything. Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope you're getting it, guys. I'm trying. Okay.
Yes.
Stop the share.
Sir, one question.
Yeah, go on.
Sir, like dot info, dot error, basically they are in built-in methods, right?
They're all built-in methods. Okay, let me go there. Okay. Good question. Let us go there. Let us understand that exactly what is happening there. Let me open my login demo.java. So this is one thing which I have added. Let me click on this trace. So now let's go blah 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 blah. Okay. Now you see void printf. Oh boy. See, you can see info, everything is there. Now, is this not a reference variable of this class? If you go inside this class, it's an interface, right? And this manager is a class, right? Doesn't it look like list s equal to new array list, something like that?
Right.
Yes or no? So list is what? Okay, let me Javatil dot star. Where is Javatil? Okay. So just compare it, guys. So what is list?
Allows duplicates.
Sorry, allows duplicates. Yeah, that's true.
Collection.
That's true. But what exactly is the nature of list?
It's a collection, sir.
Collections.
The collection. Isn't it an interface?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? So interface, we are, what is array list?
It's a class.
Class C. Let's go inside. It's a pub. Of course, this is a constructor. If you go up, class. So this type of creating an object through interface also we saw. Okay. So we are creating the array list. We can also create like this also, guys. If you remember, this also is possible. Creating a object from class itself. But we're creating a list from an interface because interface has unimplemented methods. Remember, guys? Okay. Now, if you would have understood this, doesn't it exactly similar? Logger is a interface. Now, Interface will have unimplemented methods. Catching, where is implementation there? No. Catching, no implementation. Debug, no implementation, etc. etc. Now, this implementation of this particular method should be given by log manager class. Okay. If you go inside, so it should have all the methods defined, etc. Go down, system exist will have some method defined for it. Log test get context will have some method defined for it, etc. etc. So we are creating a reference variable through interface, also making it a final private. If you want to keep, or else you want to keep public, that's not an issue. It defines the access level. That's it. Static, because we are calling it a main method, we don't have to create an object again, right? We are defining it as static. Doesn't it look like static scanner scan equal to new scanner system.in?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So static we use because we have to use in static method. Now you might ask why we are using final. Because we don't have to do anything else with this object. Without final also will work, but that is the syntax which we are follow. Usually we follow. Okay. Any more doubts? Shall we see a little bit complicated program that we
Sir,
use
one more.
daily life? Yeah, go on, go
One.
on.
Sir, is there any specification for log 4j? Any meaning? Log 4j.
Okay, this one you're asking the name.
Sir.
Okay.
Like
So
we are
history
using
is there.
dot log 4j logger 4j dot log manager, right? 4j.
See, I got it. I got your point. Let me go here. 1 second. So log4j. Go inside log4j, log manager. Log4j. Where is log4j? Okay, let me go inside this. How to go to implementation. Okay, right click, open declaration. Now, so I have to see the naming convention why they gave like that. But log4j is a term which we use. Okay, let me Google it. So I haven't focused on the name till now. So I just got the
No, no
functionality. Yeah,
problem.
just
Out
okay,
of
let me
curiosity,
Google.
I asked, like why 4j only?
Uh-huh. The name is understandable, right? So if I would have just given log, it's a regular name. Log4j name. Okay, it comes. Okay. 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 This is what Google says. Log is used for login. Okay. 4j understands it is for Java. Okay. I'll not write anything here. Just I'll write in my class which I've created. Okay. See here. This is what Google says. I haven't Googled it till now. Since you have asked, I just Googled it. So this is log for logging. Okay. And 4j is for Java. Getting it? How much they added convention? If the log for P means logging for Python, maybe. But for Java, we use log4j. It is telling it is pronounced the way it is looks like is log 4 letter J, but it's log for J for Java. Okay,
Okay.
good. Any other questions? Shall we move on?
I have one doubt. In
Good.
this
Go on.
program, in the ninth line, we are giving like
Ninth line.
get logger of logging demo dot class, right?
Hmm.
So in that calculator class also we added this line But
Hmm.
before changing the name to calculator class, you ran the program, but still the program ran there. No, how did it run?
Worked. Yeah, worked. Worked. It was showing a wrong class. This is just for logging mechanism. So if I just use logger demo dot class, right? Okay. So I don't have to add this, but that's fine. So if I just write like this, if I run it, so my console says com.logs.logger demo. In this, we are actually running addition and multiplication. It is just a text we are giving, but it gives a wrong information. What exactly getLogger is? Go inside. It needs a class name. That's it. So it will return the context of what exactly is happening, which is class loader, which basically a class name. That's it. So if we give like this, we'll still get the result, but we'll get the wrong notion. That's why we are adding this. So it needs a class as an input.
Okay, so which class we are going to log, that class we should give.
Now that's for understandable purpose. That's it. So
Okay,
this is what we are we want as a console, right? System.out.println will only print what we want. For example, if I write, let's say, system.out.println of Dharni, answer will be Dharni only, right? Will we get
okay.
com.logs demo or com dot of whatever the class it is and which time you ran, etc.? It will not come, right? So
Yes.
this is what we added as a specific. Okay, this is modification what we did. If you want, if you're really interested, go for it. You can modify the pattern as whatever the pattern which you like. Okay, it will be really interesting. You guys can play around with this, but only can make sure that it gives a proper class, and this one will be added as a log because we gave log.info. That's why we are showing as information. If we are showing it as an error, we'll put log.error. Where we'll use log.error, I'll tell you in a second. Okay, where we are using log.debug. So debug will be a little different. So when we go with Selenium, so debugging, we might add there. But I'll show main information, log.error, log.different mechanisms. Good? Are we good there?
Yes, sir.
So any more doubts, guys? One second.
So one
Yeah.
one doubt. So here in ninth line, private static final logger log we are done, right? So like instead of putting ninth line static, can you make it to 11th line directly? Like
Okay, you want me to write it here itself?
yeah,
Okay. If I write like this, don't you think like one program can have multiple methods?
yeah,
If I write it all the things here, then for every method I should create a log. Okay. If I just copy this and if I add it here, this log will become the local variable. Okay. Let's see that also.
yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Let me go at the end, copy, and I will paste it here. Now, this log, doesn't need static because it's already in static method. Private is an access modifier. Usually, if you are in a method and if you are the access level will only be here, so private doesn't make sense. Okay, so whatever method you're using, if you're using it as a private as a variable, we will not be able to use here. So private doesn't make sense. Static doesn't make sense because we're already in the static method. So whatever you write, unless until you define it specifically, it can be static. Final would make sense, but that's okay. We can remove this also. Now, this log will become a local reference variable. If I write, let's say, something like um, static or void, let's say Rajesh, something like that. I'm just writing void Raj. If I write log, what I'm getting here? Log dot. What is this log dot all? Where I'm getting it from? Nothing is there. Even if I go for log, what exactly is log? Add a new local variable, new field. If we have log here, right,
It will be
and it is
global.
static, something like that, okay, go on.
No, sir. It will be global, right? Global variable.
It will be global variable. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. So always create a global variable.
Okay.
Anyone else?
So should
Good.
we always give the access modifier as private for logging variables, sir?
We can remove private. So this is just the context we use in companies. Private because the log what we are giving here, what and all we are doing, it should be specific with the class. That's why we give private. Else, not an issue. And private variables, we can't really modify anything if you're accessing in different class. Even though it's a private, if you inherit this calculator class, the log will not be inherited, right? You guys remember? Wait, let us see that also, okay? Let me create one more class. Let's create a class. Let's put Dharni, okay? Something like that. Say how do I inherit calculator class? What I have to use? How Dharni can inherit calculator class?
Extends.
We extends calculator class.
Extends, right? Good. See, extends calculator class. Now, so let us write main method. Now, if I just create Dharni n equal to new Dharni, something like that. So if I put n dot, am I getting log? No, right?
No, sir.
No, because it's a
Private
private
variable.
method. Okay. Now, let me remove final. Let me remove this one also. Okay. Let's see whether I will get it or not. See, we got log dot log. We can see log here. Logger calculator class. So usually we don't want any modification. That's why we put private. But if you want, you can remove it. That's not an issue.
Okay, sir.
So any more doubts, guys? Okay, let me remove the knee class. Okay, let's see one more program. Okay, we have a lot of time. I want you guys to understand more. Okay, now one more class I have created. Not I haven't explained you guys, but created a utility class of file.json. You remember we created utility class for reading an entire file. If you just use this class method, we can easily read the entire file as I would have explained. You guys remember? Not remember?
Yes, sir.
Not in slightest idea? You remember? Okay, good. That's good, Dharni. I think you were not in the class, but that's good. I think you would have seen the recording. But see here, file read JSON I just created to make sure as a generic file, so that you'll understand maybe if you want to read credentials as username and password, etc. And yesterday I also have told you one, right? Orange HTML, something like that. Remember, guys?
Yes.
To do element testing in future. Good. Okay. If you have come to that part, okay, let me stop the share. Let me open that. Okay, I'll just share the screen a second. Orange HRM. Yeah, share the screen. So I might go little, or I might go a little further than 11. If not, we'll close. That's not an issue. Okay. Okay. So this was the thing which we discussed yesterday, right? So username is admin and password is admin123. So in future, we have to give the same username and login, right? So this will not change. Okay. So I don't know, it's Ankush Ivan Mankar, something I don't know. Just log out. You also try with this. I'll give today also. Have you guys gone through this? website yesterday? At least looked once. It was good. No, nothing. Okay. If you have not looked into it, that's totally fine. Can I create a resource file, a file as orange credentials dot JSON file? Can I do like this? And can I add? So JSON file usually looks like this. Okay, a simple one. There are complicated JSON files also. I thought I would explain one complicated JSON file, but guys, you have to practice it. Okay, I can do it, but it will take a lot of time for me to explain. Okay, so these are exactly credentials of Orange HR. Okay, now let us create a simple login test of Orange HRM by using a logger. We'll see positive and negative scenarios. Are you for it, guys?
Yes,
Shall we
sir.
say it? And
Yes.
we'll
Sir,
read
one
this.
extra double quote, sir, in admin 1, 2, 3.
Oh, good. See, nice. Any more doubts? Nothing? Okay. You good there?
Yes.
Okay. Chalo. Now let us create one simple file. One second. So can I create? See logs.json, what and all we have created, it would have carried. Okay, let me double click that. Okay, let me remove other things. Okay. We don't need utils. We need JSON. We don't need calculator. We don't need login demo for now. We don't need pom.xml. Okay. Let me double click it. This one. Okay. See, till we have ran multiplication, everything is detected. Now we have to create one more file in com.logs. Login. Okay, not run as. Okay, new class. Login test. Login JSON. Login orange HRM. Okay, something like that. I'll just write. Just for our convenience, guys. Everything for our convenience. Always remember when you are running through logs, always you have to add this both. These are very important. Okay. Also, we'll use util since we'll take username and password from the user through scanner class. Good. And always you have to take this private variable here also, or you can make it as a private variable for where you want, right? Or whenever you're creating when you're creating a framework, there will be a base test.java. In this, we'll write one logger file, and then we'll try to inherit. Maybe we'll not keep private. Then the logger will be inherited. But for now, we'll keep private for this class to understand. Okay. And also, let me create static scanner scan. Wherever you don't understand, guys, please let me know. Okay. System.table. Okay. Scanner, new scanner. System.in. So I've created two things, log and scan. Now, can I run something like um, log? No, sorry, log log dot info. execution has started. So this will looks really good, right? Execution has started. So when you get the logs, this will actually look really good. Now, second thing what we'll do, we'll read our JSON file. Now, so JSON file I've kept it here. Okay. So let me take. So let me copy this. Copy. Where's copy? Copy. Let me paste it here. Or we can use the same file. We just have to give the path. Okay. Let me give this entire path. Maybe we can delete this. I'm just trying to see trial and error. Okay. Always remember in IT, we'll always do trial and error. Okay. If one thing works, it works. If it doesn't work, we will not stop. We will do trial and error always. Now, I want to also take, if I want to read a JSON file, I want to import utility. Slowly, these are step by step you see, guys. Import com dot utility dot start. Now, if I have imported this, can I get the JSON path? If I write string JSON path, sorry, JSON path is one which we copied, right? Okay, so previously we were using user.directory, use all those, but for your reference, I'm just writing like this, okay? As simple as that, for understanding purposes, okay? Just making our life easier. Now, if I want to use this utility file read json.java, if I want to call this read JSON, it needs two things, okay? Path of the file and a class. Okay, which class you are executing. That's it. Those are two things only it needs. Okay. Where is okay? Login demo will remove login and HTML. So JSON path we got. If I write log dot debug, see where I'm using what, it is just like based on our understanding. This is like system is debugging, reading JSON file. Okay. Now it needs two things. Okay. First of all, how I have to copy? I have to go this file read JSON. Let me go here. Let me call read JSON. So JSON path, and we need a class. Now, a class should exactly have username and password. For that, we have to create a simple class. Okay, guys, if I'm going tougher, if I'm going hard, please let me know. What and all, I'm not creating complicated program, I'm just creating simple program. Now, let me put class, credentials. Now, why we are taking class credentials? So that we are just making sure string username, we are just using this name. And if we don't do anything, the values will be null, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. String password. And you remember, guys, getter, setter methods we used to have.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll just use get user. That's it. Getter, setter methods. Pojo class. So when you're using getters and setters, just we'll use for now get username and get password. We are not setting any username, guys, because already JSON has the username password. These are the only usernames are useful for logging in Orange HRM. Since I've shown you how it is, okay? String user name, get username. It's a getter and setter. Return username. Return username. Simple, very simple class. That's it. Password. Till this point, any doubts you guys have?
So we generally use getters and setters while having private variables only now, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Why are you using getters here?
Okay. Then we'll put private. No issues. So I wanted one class where we can read the, we can put JSON values into a class, credential class, and then we can call into this function. But yeah, nice. We can use that. Is that okay?
No, sir, I'm asking
Yeah.
for more purpose. So without having private variables also, we can use getters and setters, right?
Yeah. These get username and set username are the method names only, right?
Method names, yeah, yes, sir.
That's it. So these methods can be used. We won't get an error, but only usage is for private. Why we have kept
Okay,
private, you understand, right?
yes,
Private
sir.
because the username and password should not change. And to access that username password, I forgot to write. That's correct. To access that, we are just giving like this.
Okay, sir.
Understood, guys? Till this point. Okay. If you have understood this, that's good. Now we have to use a class here, basically credentials dot class. So this one we have used here login.demo because it's not login.demo. It will login orange hrm.class. See, if I go here, read.json takes a string path, which is a file path and also a class. Similarly, this is what a utility file looks like. Now, if I go to here, logger, get logger, it also uses same thing. A class, that's why we gave class here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, shall I get the username which we want to validate? Okay. For example, let me write log. So I'll just use system.out.println for getting the username. Okay. Enter the username. Enter username. Let us write a string um, runtime user equal to scan dot next int. Sorry, next line. Always you have to be next line. So password also I'll just write it. These should both should match. Okay. Runtime password. So runtime pass and the password. So runtime pass and runtime user. Since I use scanner, which we are executing now. So can I check like this? If condition, I'm checking it here on guys. Or maybe before this, I'll just, okay, I'll just write if condition. If runtime user dot equals You might have to create a class, right? Can I use directly class name? I'll try. Okay. No. Okay. Let us create one variable. Okay. One credentials cred equal to new credentials. Okay. Equals cred dot get username. It should be both should be equal or one should be equal.
Both
Both
should
should
be
be
equal.
equal, right? Then
Both.
only our condition will pass. Okay. Okay. There's the username, and that's why I'm using double and, guys. Okay. And I should write here. So runtime pass should be equal to runtime use run get password dot get password. So if it passes, can I write login.info successful or
Successful.
log.info? So go on.
No, sir, successful. If it is equal, it will be successful.
Log.info. Yeah. So let me write like this. Again, if I just write log.info, it is taking different concept only. So log.info successful. Can I write in else condition log.error? Right? You
Yes,
understand where we can use error? Can I write else log.error? Invalid user. Okay. So you understood, guys, the program? Simple program where we took class, private username and password. This username and password we are using with the JSON path, and we are reading this JSON file by this class. We got the path, we got the class, everything. Okay. I hope we don't have errors, but let's see. Okay. Now, let me run as the application. Okay. Enter the username. Okay. Let's see positive scenarios.
yes, sir.
Okay. Let me write admin. Enter. Enter the password. So admin123. Invalid user. Okay. It's invalid user. Okay. Did I get the credentials correctly? Wait. Maybe my reading is wrong. Okay. Just let me type here what exactly are we getting here. If I go to JSON, read JSON, we read with the JSON, right? JSON, yes, good. Student from class. Okay, this is the class which we created. That's what here. Print JSON utils. Good. Return JSON from JSON. So the return type of this method, he should have username and password. Now, what was the return type of this method here? Wait. Reading JSON file. Did it give anything? Execution has started. Log.debug. It directly gave invalid user. Hmm.
Sir, I have another doubt.
Here, go on.
In 15th line, no, sir, we
Hmm.
have created object. Usually, we
Hmm.
create the object for the class which we have main method only, no?
Yeah, main method is there. In main method, we have created an object.
No, sir. I'm
You're saying we
asking.
should not create?
I'm asking that if we want to create an object for the another class, we should use the name of the class for the main method only. No, we should create the object like login orange HRM cred is equal to new login HRM. Like that only we will be creating the object. No, sir.
Yeah, but so login HRM is not inheriting this cred class, no, the credential class. So username and password of this will not come.
Okay,
No, will come, is it?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. Maybe little change we have to do. Okay, that's a good point. Let's see. So instead of creating credentials cred, can I directly add here like this? Okay, let's see what is the issue. Okay, look more here. So this cred should have the credentials from this JSON path and credential class. Maybe that is the issue which we have. Okay, let me run it one more time. Let's see. Fingers crossed, hosted everything should be fine. So first, let us go for positive scenario. I want admin. I want password as admin123. Successful. Okay. So let me run it as, see, again, trial and error, guys. So I thought I did it properly, but yeah, good. Username, let me write Pavitra, something like that. Pavitra. Password, I'll just write Manju. Invalid user. See now the beautiful thing is app.log would have stored that also. What we have added. See, imagine this was invalid user. The test case got failed at 10:57, 10:58, and the test case got successful in 11:11. So, don't you think it's a beautiful thing that it's capturing everything from the time we started, from 10 o'clock, 10:10 to 11 to,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, so I'll explain the program. What I did was I just wrote login. Okay, let me remove this. See, I have created a credentials class and I gave the use variable also, reference variable. But I created an object, but I forgot that return type of this is a JSON object itself. If you go here, file read JSON, see this is the return type itself is a JSON file, which has adjacents to the class which we have created, username and password. Exactly matches get username. So cred.username is nothing but whatever path is in JSON. The JSON file has, where is this JSON file? Again, it is there in resources, orange credentials. This one was a mistake. See, trial and error makes everything perfect. Any doubts in this program? I think because of Dharni, somehow we landed in. Because she asked the doubt, I forgot. Okay, where did I do wrong? I was just thinking about that. Okay. Any doubts, guys? No doubts? Everything good?
We are still
Yes, sir.
processing in the program, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get. Sorry, Dharni.
We are still processing like what you had said.
We are still processing. Okay. So let me rewind what I have done. Okay. Shall I take 10 more minutes? Is that okay?
Sure, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
First, what I did, okay, let me close everything. Okay.
Sir,
So let
can you
me,
please explain that JSON utility once?
okay, I'll explain everything. Don't worry. From the beginning, I'll explain everything. So the first thing you have to do, guys, you have to add this logs. So you know what is the dependency, right? Tell me what is dependency.
Sir, latest version.
Ah,
Where
the dependency is nothing but downloading the latest jars, whatever the version we give. Why we need jars?
supporting.
Yeah, because this log4j doesn't exist in Java, JDK which you downloaded. That's why we need external jars or external dependencies to use these classes. Yes or no? Understood? First
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Okay. Second thing what we added was log4j2xml. This is standard format, guys. Even I copied somewhere. Okay. This is what we use in industry. So it should have a number of things. It should types in console. The pattern should be like this. Rolling file means I told no. Next time it will be app.log is the first file. Yesterday's will be app.log, yesterday's date, something like that. And this time-based triggering policy, blah, 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 whatever it is, appenders, loggers. 1 second. I didn't want to bore you with all those details. That's why I added in-depth notes for you guys to see. Okay. Now, third one, what I did, which I didn't explain in the class, was creating a JSON file for you guys to show how we are doing reading it from JSON. Okay. Forget this. Okay. To understand this, we have to go to yesterday's class. Yesterday or day before yesterday? Yesterday only, I think. You know, where I told you how we read from JSON and Jackson bind. Remember? So if you want to read and write from Jackson data bind, we have to use object mapper. This one you remember, guys? Object mapper, how to write mapper.read value, mapper.write value. Remember, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there is also another way to read and write. It's from JSON. So JSON is from Google. Okay. If you just expand this is from Google JSON, which we are using. Now, JSON is also a class. If you go inside, it's a class. It has properties to read a JSON file. So reading from JSON is very easy. Just create a JSON object and it needs a file reader basic to read a file. And only thing it needs is if you want to read from JSON, it's from JSON. If you want to write to JSON, it is to JSON. Yes or no? We discussed everything yesterday. See, Manju, 12th class, everything, we got it. So if not, please see yesterday's recording. Okay? Only thing we need this. Now, if you understood this, just go here. So I just created a private constructor, default constructor. Don't worry, forget about this. Now, here, I've taken this T. Even if you don't take, that's totally fine. Only thing because I wanted a class as an input. Because if you see here, read JSON, read write JSON from JSON, it needs a class as an input. So how will you give class as an input? You have to give like this. Where is that? You have to specify the method and the class to give a input as a class. And always it should have a JSON path. Now, always create a JSON object and always use a try and catch. We can use IO exception or exception as generic. That is not an issue. So IO exception will specify which exact exception it is, or exception class will give you the complete exceptions, everything will handle. Only thing we gave is reader in the try block, which needs a path of the file and JSON from JSON to read the JSON file. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we removed this. We gone here little bit, and the first thing we did was logging.demo Java. Logging demo.java. Here we saw the basic logging. What is login.trace, login.debug, login.info, login.error. I think few more things are there which I missed. I think guys can write that down if that's okay. But if you really wanted, I think one or two things I missed. Just a second. It is logging.fatal. I think logging.warn is also there. Something let me add for you guys. I'll give all this program. Don't worry. Okay. Warn, warn, warn detected. Something like that. Here you can write anything, guys. So it is just to make sure what exactly it is. Fatal can be like if the username and password are wrong, it can be fatal. Whatever you can write. Fatal detected. Something like that. This is the first thing we added. Any doubts in this file? No, right? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay. Then I showed you how the login orange HRM is like username and password. Only this, if you give it to login, else it will not login. So based on the scenario, we'll see Selenium in future. I created a simple login HRM file and a scanner class and the same loggers utility for utilizing the reading through JSON file. That's it. Everything is included, but I just wanted this file. I can use specific file or not, just use dot star, not an issue. And I created a simple class to make sure the JSON file, which is in resource, is read properly so that we can read and we can store it into a get username and password. And we have kept it private because those are only credentials and it should not be written. Set value we didn't use. See, if you see in the program, we have just used get username. We have not set the password and username. We haven't done that because we don't want to set username password should be private, and those are only username password that opens the orange HRM. We use info, we use debug to make sure this is debugging, reading JSON file. I think it should have come. If it's not coming, let me see. Only info and error are coming, that's all right. If they're not showing up, that's also fine. Let me check into that also, okay? Maybe some other things we have to add in log4 j2xml. I'll just modify this file to make sure everything is read. That's not an issue. But for now, main you have to understand that I have used file read JSON. I have read the JSON. I have got username password from the user. I just use if else condition so that you can see where we can use log.error, log.info. Understood? I think in 8 minutes I've given the summary of the entire class. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Interesting class. I feel this login, log2 for J or log J for 2, log 4 J2, right? Sorry, log 4 J2.xml file is really good, and log 4J for logging mechanism is really the first step where we are getting into the Selenium grid. Yeah, I'm waiting for your reply. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes.
Yes,
I think
sir.
Dhanya understood, Pavitra, Rajesh, Nayana,
Good, sir.
Rohit. Okay, good. I think many less people have come today. What happened? Guys, you guys have to attend. Yeah. If you just remove, if you just see the recording, that's all right. But live class is live, right? Like you can ask questions, you can interact, you can do parallelly. It's a proper 1.5 hour class. But if you see recording, you might forward it. I don't know how you guys see recording, but for me, be in the live class. Okay, always attend the live class. Did you understand log4j, guys? I think we have also seen what exactly log4j means, right? I think the question was asked by Rajesh. Good. Okay, Shailu, did you understand? Everything's all right, guys. Manju, Nayana. Good. Okay. Everything in the thumbs up, guys. Good. So let me give you this program. I'll just copy this. Okay, I also put it in the WhatsApp group, but if I put in the WhatsApp group, right, it does look weird, by the way. But yeah, if you want me to put it in WhatsApp also, I'll try to put, not an issue. And also, these are the few things, guys, okay? I think dependency I've already added. Did I add this log4j2.xml file? I think I would have added. Wait, let me see.
Yes, sir. Added.
added, right? So dependency, this one, so login we have added, and the JSON file also I'll add, okay, so that you guys can practice it. Please do practice it. I just kept in the resources so that this is the main thing, right? These are utilized anywhere, any test case you want, we have to log in. This will be utilized. Okay, I'm giving you this also. Copy this. I won't stop the session by the way. Anyway, okay. Where is the other one? Oh, Orange HRM. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. Last but not least, in the utils, I think I've added this file read JSON. You copy this also. Try to run in your program. So tomorrow morning, I'll give you the assignment, guys. Okay, guys, promise me, will you do this assignment? So few weeks would have remained in Java and Selenium. Okay, will you guys put your heart, try to do the assignments? Okay, if you would have followed like everyday assignment, you would have been rock stars by now. That I would have guaranteed. I think somewhere we lost the path. I think people have become might busy in life. But will you be guys doing the assignments?
Yes, sir.
Yes, from everyone. I know Dharni will do. I know Rajesh will do. I know some Pavitra and a few other people. But guys, everyone, please, will you do it? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Good, chalo. I'll give you tomorrow morning. Okay, let me design few of the scenario-based questions. I'll give you based on this session only. Reading Excel file, logging, reading JSON files. I think those are three important topics we covered the entire week. I'll give you that. I think three questions, all the scenario based. Try to do it, okay? And when you try to do Selenium, it will be a piece of cake. I can assure that much. Okay, I'll stop the share. If I would have missed something, let me know. I have shared this file also, right? I think this file also I have shared. But anyhow, I've shared the programs also. You can copy it, right? Let me stop the recording also.